I ain't even finna sit up here and lie to you. This show was boring. It's boring. I really ain't got a lot of notes. I got like 8 of them, but this video probably gonna be 10 minutes and or lower. Because there's really nothing to talk about. And I can't believe that this season has been going on for this long. It needs to be cut now because it's whack. Like, I really ain't got nothing else to talk about no more. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Bobby and Gael. Now, Bobby is hosting. He getting his face back out there. He getting his life. He out here hosting. Gael pops up to the hosting gig and wants to talk to him. Gael confronts Bobby for not showing up to her event. And then as she's calling him out, Bobby is calling her out on her mess and basically letting her know why people don't want to fuck with her. You fuck Alan, you fuck your sister's man, you fuck this person, you fuck that person. No one wants to have nothing to do with you. And to be honest, that's really the truth. Like, it's really the facts of it all. Like, it's the facts. Like, that's the truth here. No one wants to fuck with you, and that's why don't nobody want you around. That's why didn't nobody attend your damn event, no matter what you talking about. And then Bobby said, then on top of that, you fucking with Shay's ex. So you really think that people gonna want to fuck with you? She was like, yeah, I'm still talking to Fabo, but um, I'm still, I still want to make changes. I want to make things right with people, but I want to, do a trip. I want to do a group trip. Bobby says, well, if you do a group trip, I'm going to have to be the face of this trip because if you are the face of this trip, no one is going to want to go. And to be honest, Bobby's right. If you're the face, nobody wants to go to this if you're the face. So what you mean? Mm-mm. If someone says, Gael's doing the trip and we want you to go or whatever, ain't nobody going to budge. Ain't nobody going to want to go. And that's really the truth of the matter here. So then we get into Shay. She meets up with Sandra. And she pretty much says that she doesn't want MJ and Amada back together. Now, I understand Shay. However, it's really not none of her place to say who she wants to be back with somebody or who she prefers to be back with whoever. Like, she's back friends with Amada, but she also knows that this relationship with Amada and MJ ended off on the wrong foot. And she thinks that it's not healthy for neither one of them. And to be honest, I kind of agree with her. But Sandra supports MJ and Amada getting back together. But Shay is confused because she says, despite everything that has went down between MJ and Amada, you still are supporting them possibly getting back together, but you don't even want me to have a man. What's up with that? And so Shay started saying that she went out on a date and Sandra was like, I don't really think you need to be dating. I really think that you need to be putting it down to the left and you don't need to be dating nobody. That's what Sandra thinks. But then she starts telling her who she's dating, and Sandra was like, well, what's his name? And Shay said, his name is Mike Nasty. And then Sandra was like, Mike Nasty? What type of name is that? Blah, 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 blah. So she says that sometimes she feels like Mike is too perfect for her and that he's said these same lines before, basically telling her everything that she wants to hear. So Sandra says, well, I feel like this. You should bring him to MJ's video premiere. Let me talk to him and get a feel as to who he really is as a person. I personally think that it's too early for Shay to be bringing him around, y'all, anyway. But this is Love and Hip Hop, and we got to move the story along like it's beyond the gates and shit. So that's pretty much the gist of that. So I'm just like, okay, girl, well, do you bring him around? So we get into Amada. Amada gets a visit from Alan's mama, Marta. Marta says that Alan loves Amada. Like, he still got feelings for her. He still wants to be with her despite him being married in a whole nother relationship. Amada is very surprised by that, but this is all she ever wanted was to be with Alan. Now, Amada has never really had the best relationship with Alan's mama, but at the end of the day, I don't think that she should be listening to anything that Marta got to say. Who gives a fuck about Alan and his feelings, or who gives a fuck if he's still in love with Amada? Amada don't need to be with a motherfucker that said that's why don't nobody want your black ass. Like, nobody wants to. Who wants to be with a motherfucker like that? If Amada want to be with a motherfucker like that, she's stupid as fuck. Excuse me, like real talk. I don't care about none of that. But what I am glad to see is that Amada's mama ain't here for it. She's not here for the bullshit. She don't think that Amada needs to be with Alan ass again. Alan is disrespectful. Alan is married. Alan ain't never leaving his wife. And Amada knows this already. That's why I think that it's real dumb for her ass to be sitting up here wanting to have another baby with him anyway. But okay, Amada. We get into Trina and Swerve. They talk about this book tour and how tiring it's been. And Swerve is just not used to the whole being married to a public figure. Whatever. So Unique is at this doing a video shoot. Joy barges in. She don't like the fact that she's popping balloons and shaking her ass on the niggas. Joy admits that she likes her or whatever. Who cares? Swerve. Swerve goes to see counseling. He's used to living his life a certain type of way, but this whole situation with Trina makes it making him live his life differently. Whatever. Who cares? Um Anna confronts Alan, Anna being Amada's mama. She pretty much lets him know what I feel. I don't want my daughter with you. I don't think you treat my daughter right. And I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Your mama told Amada that you in love with her still, but you don't want to be with her. You still married. Amada still wants kids by you, but you still married. So at the end of the day, what do you mean? Like what you talking about? What's the deal? She ain't here for it. We get to the video premiere party. Sandra embraces Amada. She's happy to see her. Pinky Dog comes to the party with Tip. She meets Bobby. Sandra meets Mike Nasty. They sit down and they have a conversation about Shay and how he intends on handling Shay and what his intentions are with Shay and stuff like that. So it was kind of like, they was having a pretty decent conversation. Pinky Doll and Amada get into it, and I'm like, why is Pinky Doll here? And every time I see Pinky Doll on my screen, I'm like, why the fuck is her ass even here? Why is she here? Why do we have to be in this situation with her? Like, don't nobody want to see her. Um, they get into it or whatever. And Amada said that Pinky Doll ain't talented. She's known for eating hot dogs and hamburgers for a living. And that was funny as hell. Alan pulls Amada to the side so they can have a conversation. And as they're trying to talk, Shay calls Alan out, call him all types of bitch ass niggas, which he is one. Amada then confronts Alan about what his mama said, and she said that just tell me that you don't want to be with me. Amada out there doing all that damn crying and all this other shit, and I'm just looking at Amada like, girl, that man already showed you many, many times that he don't want to be with you. He done already showed you that. So I don't even know why you even think that all your tears, all your crying is gonna change anything. He don't want to be with you, and that's just that. And that's it. Bye, y'all.